you to see if you've got any information coming through from the pit area.
Round of qualifying heat races pretty safely, and including the juniors as well. So, like they're pretty sound and keen to go with his second round qualifying heat races. So good to be here at Blue Ribbon Raceway. It's the first of 3 consecutive Formula. It's a huge weekend. So we're looking forward to tomorrow night down at HB Stockfeed Simpsons for number 2 of the Ray Built Dash for Cash, and then Sunday night that $5,000 to win Jack Wilson Cup. It was first conducted, Paris, way back in 2003.
Wow.
And a great name won the inaugural Jack Wilshere Cup. It was Ken Wilshere. Interestingly enough, in 2004, Neville Beveridge won the Jack Wilshere Cup down at SunGold Stadium. That was in 2004. He's the father of the current Australia #1, Dylan Beveridge. So a lot of pedigree going into this event. Now, and it was inaugurated back in 2003 because Jack Wilshere in 1973 set a 20-lap race record. You remember formulas used to do only 15 laps. They turned to 20 laps, and the existing 20-lap race record down at SunGold Stadium, Premier Speedway, was from 1973, and it was 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Incredible. Now, considering it's just a tick over 4 minutes, it's improved 3 whole minutes. Just amazing over a 20-lap journey. So that's all to come on Sunday night, so a great field of Formula 500s will assemble for that in support of the Beasley Memorial for the speed cars, as well as the Wingless Sprints, their Summer Slam, the third and final leg. So second round heat races coming up in a moment. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream, courtesy of Dream Multimedia. Good, Paris, to have you and Paul here tonight as well, enjoying the racing.
Yeah, thanks very much, Gav. We are enjoying here, and we love having you down there on the infield to bring us all the things with wings action. Of course, tomorrow night as well, SRA Sprint Cars coming at you live and loud from the Blue Ribbon Raceway, and it'll be the dulcet and calming tones of Mr. Gavin White to bring you that action as well. So if you are here tonight, please remember, come back tomorrow and bring a friend. Gav, you were talking about Ken Wilshere earlier. Now, as you know, I'm a bit of a... I guess my home track growing up was Speedway Park, then Speedway City, so Adelaide, South Australia for me. But I remember so many times Ken coming over in the Chem Blast #5, if I remember correctly. And he used to spank all our boys, and that's even when we had the Bowie brothers running at the top of the game.
Yeah, the Bowies were legendary names in Formula 500 competition. You've got to remember too, that was back in the two-stroke days. There were so many different power plant combinations, including the 4-cylinder Suzuki RGs. You guys with the cars that dominate together to make the 500cc capacity. I know the Wilshere family introduced the Polaris as well, and popular edition was the Rotax. Made by Bombardier, it was a snowmobile power plant to reach the 500cc capacity before they switched to the 4 cylinders, and from there it was just on. It's now transformed into what we, of course, really international with the micro sprints, 600cc's as well back in the US, and wonderful to see the couple of Americans here tonight as well. Alex Pinella, we've just seen him in Victory Lane, and Nico Pinella was the Speed Week Series champion for Preston Rowe Patterson. It was a tough, grueling 5-night tournament. Kicked off on the 27th with 4 consecutive nights of racing before enjoying New Year's Day off before culminating down at Avalon Raceway on January 2. Nico Pinella picked up the win in that tournament. And we come now to the Dash for Cash, presented by Ray Built tonight and tomorrow night. So there's been some legendary names. Speaking of Neville Beveridge, we see him just having a little quick peek at the racing surface. His boy Dylan will be out on track in a few moments' time, and the 2004 Jack Wilshere Cup champion, Paris.
Yeah, Gav, you were just going on about the different cars. Now, your memory and, of course, your knowledge is far greater than mine. Who was the guy that was in the Cairns... Was it the Cairns Caravan Power Tropical Centre, number 76? It was the Hiroshima Screamer. That thing would get 3 laps in front of everyone, but sadly run out of 20-cent pieces before the finish line.
Yeah, the Cairns Coconut Caravan Resort.
That's the one.
The Queensland 76. It was Gavin Casey, mate.
Gavin Casey, that's the one. He was awesome, that guy.
Yep.
I dead set, mate. He would lap just about everyone in the field. That thing was a weapon.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was a bit of a hand grenade. He'd run out of 20-cent pieces and couldn't keep the ride going for the duration of the race.
Yeah, there was something in the fuel system. I'm sure that it was starving for fuel at some point, and he would open up like the proverbial blazers, wouldn't he? He was so quick. And it was a pair of Honda CR250s with a purpose-built crank built around it to make the 500cc capacity. So 2-stroke, 2-cylinder, but crazy fast. And I know we went to Warrnambool on a Easter Sunday night for the Australian Formula 500 Championship, and he was high point, started on the front row. And history will show that Darren Molyneux was the eventual Australian champion in 2004, but it was Gavin Casey that set that night on fire. It was simply brilliant, just racing through the field, just tremendous car speed. It was in a car, too, that was built and constructed by himself. It was the Magnum chassis. So a lot of history in the sport, Paris, and I know that it was significant, wasn't it? And that was great times back around the turn of the century when you had so many people that would travel from all over Australia. You had the Iversons out of Townsville that would come down with the Dominators as well. You had the Harding family coming out of Perth in Western Australia, the Tucker Time for Pets team with their very powerful Suzuki RGs. And I know the Victorians were tough, the New South Wales Brigade, including Ian Burrows with those RG-powered Murphys. They were just brilliant times, Paris.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Ian Burrows, if I remember correctly, Gav. Once again, I'm leaning on you here. He was the Motorola number 9, the beautifully presented. It was a blue chassis, white panels.
Spot on.
Always very well presented. And I think at one point they were running 3 cars in that team.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of Burrows in there as well. You're spot on, mate. I know they were a wonderful family, and I saw Ian just recently. He's Ian's Auto Shop in Goulburn, New South Wales. So still always good to catch up with the brigade that certainly made Formula 500s what they were today. And we just continue the legacy, don't we? And I know probably one of the most well-known former drivers is 3-time national champion Luke Dillon, who's just been in sizzling form in the sprint car, the SA81. And he was one of the pioneers in the late 90s and turn of the century, and enjoyed those times.
Yeah, South Australia had a bit of a good run there for a little while. Of course, they had Jason Loveday, I think. He really kicked it off there after the Bowies. There was a bit of a hiatus there between the Bowies and Loveday. But then not only did we have Luke Dillon, we also had his younger brother Lee as well. And I'll tell you, Lee is every bit the peddler that Luke is.
Yeah, isn't he what? It was just opportunities, wasn't it? And I think the desire to do it. Luke was certainly a gas man. And the irony now is Luke's daughter is also racing dirt karts. So
yes,
the Acre dirt karts. So that's something that you'd be familiar with, and how the wheel turns. The next gen is on the track.
I'll take a page out of Wade Orange's book here, and Adca dirt karts. And yes, I do have from time to time at the Adelaide Dirt Kart Club. I do call the racing there, and yes, the Dillons are out there with their next generation, getting the S81 out there for the next gen. And I'll tell you, she's a good little peddler too.
Yeah, no surprises. The apple won't fall far from the tree. And to be fair, too, I know we're talking about Luke and his daughter, Candice. You know how quick Candice was at the wheel of the go-kart. So
she was good.
Racing is in the blood for the Dillon family. Big day to you, Mick Rigby, who's sitting at home watching some action here live.
Speaking of the Candice family as well, also her brother, Shane Lambie. He currently running a super sedan, but come out of Formula 500 ranks and also dirt karts. He's very quick as well.
Yeah, nice, isn't it? Just continues. It's in the blood. It's hard to stay away, isn't it?
Certainly is. How's the weather down there, Gav? It looks like you're bathed in sunshine. Is it really hot down there?
No, I wouldn't say hot. It's certainly not chilly, and there's no sea breeze, let me tell you, but it's just beautiful, mate. Wonderful afternoon. I know when I looked at the cast myself, I was a little nervous about the potential of 50-kilometre-an-hour winds. Now, I'm glad that is certainly not the case here in Horsham. So looking forward to a great evening. We're just about to begin our second round of heat races, Formula 500s, for their second round heats with a complete inversion from the earlier round qualifiers. Move into heat race number 2 for the junior Formula 500s before embarking on the Wingless sprints in their Summer Slam round 2 qualifiers. And then we'll kick off our main event. So still plenty left on the program. I know Lee Van Ginnigan is also tuned in, as well as Lottie down there in Allansford. So welcome to you guys, and anybody else, if you're looking to join the action, just send a message. Dream Multimedia broadcasting here this evening at Horsham's Blue Ribbon Raceway on a Friday night, January 2023. So good to have you here with us.
You know, that's a very good call, Gav. A lot of people right now would be getting home from work, settling in. So let's get this thing trending, race fans. Those of you that are tuned in, of course, on the Dream Multimedia, and also race fans here. Let's get posts up. Let's get it trending, not only locally, but let's get this thing going worldwide. We'd like to see lots of people tuning in tonight. plenty of big racing action coming here. We've got, as we said, round 1 tonight of the Wingless Sprint Summer Slam, and of course the Formula 500's also putting on a show. We've got an all open wheel extravaganza, and we are lucky to have down there on the infield Gavin White, and riding shotgun with him is Brett Wheeler, all the way here from New South Wales. Okay, we're going to take a little break off the air. Looks like Gavin's just sorting himself out there a little bit with Brett. They're talking some action through, and when we come back, it'll be Gavin White to resume.
of Boyd Harris, and your last position, your last row, will see the D21 of Zach Farah and the V88 of Jet Bell. Mainline Dynalog dynamometers are proudly manufactured by Mainline Automotive Equipment and their factory at their factory in Sydney, Australia, and are exported throughout the world. Their export distribution and support network extends to the UK, Europe, USA, Asia, New Zealand and the Middle East. If you are seeking a world-class dynamometer that is capable of providing you with all the diagnostic data that you need, then look no further. No matter where you are in the world, they can provide installation assistance and specialist operator training at your premises as well. For more information, check out www.mainlinedyno.com.au. Once again, big thanks to Andrew Elder and all the crew from Mainline Dynalog Dynamometers for their support of tonight's A-Main. Now, apologies, folks, we didn't quite get a chance. We got caught up with some other things at the time. No giveaways, kids, so we do apologise, but if you want to come down to the pits at the end of the night, come down to the All-Star trailer. We've got some posters and other things to give away. So, kids, hopefully you can come down at the end of the night to the trailer, the All-Stars trailer. We'll have some giveaways for you down there. Also, folks, what I want you to do is get your phones out, get your torches on. We're going to send them 4 wide, and we want to light up the banks like we have done in the past. Remember, you're going out to the world live thanks to Dream Multimedia. Turns number 1 and 2, if you're in your cars, folks, get the high beams ready, get going. And we send them 4 wide.
Hey, race fans, just something that I thought some of you might be interested in. Of course, Gavin White on the
tonight's A-Main, proudly brought to you by Mainline Dynalog Dynamometers. 30 laps the distance. Track changed considerably since the heat races. I have a feeling the track position will be oh so very important. So come on, folks, get your torches out, get your phones out, get the torches happening there. Good job there in turn number 4. A couple are going up there as well. Good job, folks. Come on, folks, down the back straight, get your torches on your phones going. When we send them 4 wide, we want you to light up the banks. Remember, you're going out to the World Wide Web. Thanks to Dream Multimedia and everyone involved there. Turns number 1 and 2, if you have a car, get inside and get those high beams ready to be brought on. Show your appreciation for tonight's 20-car field. Few more phones going out with their torches now. Good job, folks. Come on down the back straight. Get your phones out. Get those torches happening. Light up the banks. 3 and 4. Good job. You guys are awesome. Got everyone in turn number 1 and 2 in your cars. Get on your high beams very shortly. Show your appreciation for tonight's 20-car field. Few torches going up there. Good job, folks. Keep them going. Come on, back straight. Get your phones out. Get your torches on. Light it up. Show your appreciation for these drivers. And we send them 4 wide. Great qualifying effort by Chris Temby, the V18. Picked up that heat race victory. Was in the top 5 in time trials as well, so courtesy of that. He'll start on up the pointy end. Charles Hunter, a stout qualifying effort by him. Picked up that heat race victory as well. He'll start from pole. Then the next Saturday night we head down to Western Speedway, Hamilton, for round number 2 of the All-Stars Series. And the following week we head over to Murray Bridge Speedway for the Pink Night. We're having a couple of weeks off during the Christmas and New Year period. Then we head across to the Hastings Stockfeed Sipsford Speedway for the mainline Dynamite Dynamometers All-Star. $15,000 to win the richest 360 race in Australia. An event not to be missed. It is the official kickoff to the Classic Week as well. That's your first 5 rounds of the All-Star Series. Then we'll be back here on February 4th. First round of the Flowcon Engineering Tri-State Challenge. Encompassing 3 rounds, of course. This one, the following week, which will be taken at Moma's Heartland Raceway. Before the penultimate round to be contested at Borderline Raceway, Mount Gambier. Remember, Good Friday we'll head up to Timber Speedway, Mildura for the final round of the All-Stars Series. And then on Easter Sunday, the $3,000 to win Easter Nationals. Plenty of racing still to come this season in the All-Star Series. Remember, folks, head to All-Stars Sprint Car Series on Facebook and Instagram as well for all the latest news, results, information on the series. Also, don't forget to head over to Herbert's Custom Cycles on Facebook and Instagram. Drop them a like. I know Joel Herbert is watching online and enjoying the coverage. He'll be very, very happy that his car, the V73, will start from pole. Now this first few laps, it's going to be interesting to see where the cars will go, considering the track has changed considerably since the heat races. All right, folks. Get your phones out, get those torches happening. You've been wonderful all night. Turn 4, great job by you. Well, we send them 4 wide. We want you to show your appreciation for the drivers. There we go. We've got a couple of high beams happening there in turn number 1. Come on, folks, if you're in your cars, flash your lights when we send them 4 wide. Come on back straight, get your phones out, get those torches happening. Good job, everyone up there in the back straight already. Not too late for all you folks there to get your phones out, get those torches happening. Turn 4, good job by you guys, you have had it out. All-Star promoter Mandy Searle gives the 4 wide salute to the drivers. Best sight in Speedway. Come on, turn number 1. Couple of high beams, good job guys. Down the back straight. Get those torches up, wave them in the air. Make plenty of noise for them. Your 20 car field. Looks like it's going to be 19. Zach Farah missing in the 21. Good job on the back straight. Go on, turn number 4, main straight. Make plenty of noise as I introduce to you your 19. Number 1 at the main line, Dynamometers All-Star Series. Come on, turn number 1 and 2 if you're in the cars. Get those lights flashing. Good job, well done. Looks good online, folks. Come on back straight, last chance with your torches. Big thanks once again for you being here tonight. We do apologise once again for the lateness. Hopefully this will be a good 30 laps. We saw the track start to really slick it off and become a bit of a one-laner as he races, but the crew worked on the track. And now we go back for 30 heart-pumping laps. Charles Hunter and Chris Temby to lead them away. Jeremy Cupsh and Mark Caruso. Remember, Caruso's finished on the podium in the last 3 events here, but has never won here at Horsham. What has he got in store? Tony Moore, the Darwin 26, your quick time man for tonight. He'll start from position number 5. Kane Newcomb, outstanding qualifying effort for him. He'll start from 6. Here we go back to Tancredi and Miller. Great job by Travis Miller in the 93. He'll start from position number 8. Then it's Chris Campbell, Marcus Green in the 71. Stephen Loader, Scotty Endell in the 11. Then it's Angus Hollins, Dave Donegan in the 75. Belitho and Abbott, Argus, Harris and Jet Bell. Lights are out! And for the first time this season, it's time to strap yourselves in and pull those belts tight, because round number 1 of the All-Star Series is Go Racing! Green! Hunter gets the job as they walk into the turn number 1 and 2. Timmy gets a bit loose. Caruso back on the inside of him. Hunter, your leader. Caruso second. Tim there, but he's got to fire it up. Todd Moore all over his tail tank. Tancredi's next through. Then it's the 78 of Chris Campbell. Jeremy Cupch's next. Miller now just trying to work the outside. Okay, Newcomb down the back straight. And we'll get that job done. Oh, Miller! Big time bicycle in turn number 3. Oh, had to get out of the gas. Nearly went up and over. He's lost a stack of points. Donegan meanwhile has moved up now behind Newcomb. Then we go back to Hollis. Stephen Loader's next. Then it's Marcus Green. Miller's next. Then we go back to Scotty Endell. Well, I now trying to have a look on the inside of him. Boyd Harris behind him. Argus, John Allen, and Jack Bell. Hunter meanwhile is cleared out. Almost up to the lap cars. Caruso, Temby, Moore. That's your top 4. Then it's a bit of a gap back to Tancredi.
The Hart Trans number 1 car out of the territory. Shown a bend in the Gibb Trans number 25 is on track. The NAK&D Enterprises Australia 1 of Dylan Beveridge. He too is on the speedway. So here we go. 8 laps goes up on the board on a freshly reworked Blue Ribbon Raceway here in Horsham. So heat race number 5. Good to see a number of people tuned in. Down south. Probably got your toes in the water, Devo, if I know you. Jake will start pole position. The Queensland 60 of Jake Hooper will start from position number 1. The Australia 1 of Dylan Beveridge will start alongside of him. He was so good in the 4th and 5th rounds of the Preston Rowe Patterson Formula 500 Speed Week over at Portland Southern 500 Speedway. He picked up the win and backed that up in the 5th and final round down at Avalon Raceway on January 2 with yet another round win. Just a sizzling conclusion to the 5-round tournament for Dylan Beveridge. The USA 73 of the Speed Week champ, Nico Pinella, will start from 3. Baden Elston, the Tasmania 81, from position number 4. Jet Speed in the V14 from 5. From 6 will be Brodie Davis, the NQ39. Big day to you, Heidi. Surely tuning in for heat number 5. The NQ39 from position number 6. Jack Lannery from 7. From 8 is Shona Bent and Scott Leonard, the NT champ, car number 1. So again, some hot laps just prior to the opening heat race. Boy, there's some heavyweights in this one, but you'll be tough to stop the 24-year-old from a little dot on the Tasmanian map called Squeaking Point. Dylan Beveridge starting on the outside of the front row. So Jake Hooper and Beveridge square off. So a little extended hot lap session here. As we said, on a freshly reworked track. If you've only just joined us, the first round qualifying heat races have been completed. So both the Ray-built Dash for Cash Formula 500 series being tonight here at Horsham Split, tomorrow night down at Hastbury Stockfeed Simpson Speedway. They've already completed their first 4 heat races. So coming up here is heats 5, 6, 7 and 8. The Top Gun Trailers Junior Formula 500 Stampede Series round is in full swing. They've already completed their first qualifier. Their second heat will come up in a moment. So now the form will come by the way of the Queensland 60. Jake Hooper, Dylan Beveridge will start alongside it. Pace vehicle picks up the field on the back straight in turn number 3. Everybody's enjoying free broadcast on Dream Multimedia. Be sure to share the link. You can tune in for some great wingless sprint racing as well as Formula 500 action here tonight on a Friday night, Jan 6, 2023. So what's better than something for nothing? So watch for Nico. The USA 73 starts on the inside of row number 2. The Tasmanian, Baden Elston, starts alongside in the 81. Jake Hooper is your pole sitter. And your reigning Australian Formula 500 champ, Dylan Beveridge, starts the A1 on the outside of the front row. Time to get it on. Heat race number 5, 8 laps on the board here at Horsham's Blue Ribbon Raceway. Gentle pace, Hooper, Beveridge, and they get the green. Solid drag race from Hooper. Beveridge just swings back to the bottom. Nico Panella will drag race him down the back chute. The USA 73 to position 2. Beveridge to 3. Baden Elston to 4. Boy, Jet Speed's on the move. Brody Davis slipped out of the group as Jack Lannery marches through to the top 5. Panella still second. Beveridge still third. Your leader is Jake Hooper. Hooper's been learning a bunch and he continues to improve. He got himself upside down in the 4th round down at Portland Southern 500 Speedway. Through no fault of his own, I might add, in the A-Main. The SQ60 leads them in this one. Maybe 10 car lengths back to second. Nico, the reigning Speed Week champ, solid in second. Third is Beveridge. Nice battle for 4th as Jack Lannery motors by. The New South Wales 33 goes by the Tasmania 81 of Baden Elston. Jet Speed, Brody Davis, Scott Leonard, and Shona Bent, the V25 for Gibtrans. Jake Hooper has got them covered. What a stirring run. Halfway home as there's 4 to run in this one, and he extends the advantage. Look at that gap opening up. Well, we continue to talk about the experience that you gain here in Speed Week and now Dash for Cash competition. Jake Hooper is absolute living proof of that as Scott Leonard goes up in a cloud of smoke, the NT1. His top 5, there's 2 to go. Nico Panella, Dylan Beveridge, Jack Lannery. I'd argue that he's the quickest car on track at the moment, the New South Wales 33. He's moving through the field. White flag, 1 to run. Jake Hooper. Go you good thing as he continues to lead them here in heat race number 5. Jake is the quickest car on track from Jack Lannery by 13 1/1000ths. Jake Hooper will take the win. Outstanding drive. Nico Panella good for second. Dylan Beveridge in third. Jack Lannery, Baden Elston is your top 5, followed by Jet Speed, Brody Davis, and Shona Bent in position number 8 as Scott Leonard, the territory champ, will round out on the infield, registering a did not finish. So the short line number 60 of Jake Hooper will take the win. Put your hands together for Jake in the 60 car. The USA 73 home position 2, that's Panella. And Dylan Beveridge, the national champ in P3. So a little frantic as we get our race winner to come across. Really done, Jake. Great job. Nico goes back. USA 73 is now Heat 5 winner, pulls up. The Shoreline Solar and Electrical Queensland 6 SQ60. Didn't work. Need some blue tack, mate. So helmets off. Come on, folks, put your hands together for Jake Hooper. And how good are you? Really solid.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, just starting beside Dylan, you had to get a good jump, and yeah, track working in our favour.
You're a wonderful example of how you improve over just a solid run there and outrun Nico and Beveridge, being the quickest car on track. Well done.
Yeah, no, that's good to hear, and I'm pretty stoked with how everything's going at the moment, and yeah, it's just good being down here and racing so many good cars.
Jake, thank a few people that have come down with you as well while you got the chance.
Yeah, mate, got to thank Aero64, Cameron Burdo, the Iversons, all the girls up on the hill, and Raybuild for putting on the series.
To get any better than that, mate, you've enjoyed it, grew up to finally put one in victory lane.
Yeah, mate, it's unreal, so hopefully have a rest of a good night.
Enjoy it, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Jake Hooper, the winner of heat race number 5, as he will go to the pages of the Victorian Formula 500 Association by winning heat race number 5, as the field is being signalled now to form up. Jet Hart will roll the Doug's Freight number 98 to pole position. Brooke Buckingham alongside in the 54. Josh Munn, Geordie Ray on row 2. Chad Bell, the WMI feeders number 46. Josh Pockeria. And the Bowen Express. Justin starts at 33. Dead set backfield from position number 7. The Ray-built Dash for Cat starts tonight. It concludes tomorrow night at Simpson Speedway. It is heat race number 6. Time to turn them loose. Good drag race by a couple of Geelong boys as they motor down into turn number 1 and 2. Look at the racing further back in the field as Pockeria goes to P4. Solid from Geordie Ray to go to P2. Chad Bell's racing in the red number 46. They're 3 wide down to turn number 1. It's a little spicy. Chad Bell hammering up the inside of Josh Munn in the 44. That's a good side-by-side battle as our race leader now has company. 2 down. Brooke Buckingham under extreme pressure from Geordie Ray. Jet Hart solid in 3rd. Josh Pockeria. Josh Munn. Boy, it's tight at the back. Stout lineup here in heat race number 6. Brooke Buckingham trying to fend off the advances of Geordie Ray from Jet Hart in 3rd. Oh, Josh Munn just got the tail of Pockeria's 55. You see that? So close. So again, they'll drag race to the main straight to be halfway home. Heat race number 6 here tonight at Blue Ribbon Raceway, Horsham. Tonight is the opening night of the Dash for Cash presented by Ray-built. And your leader, Brooke Buckingham. He works the 54 back off turn number 4. Just thought he was under pressure from Geordie Ray. Now he's been able to drive off into the distance. Put about 4 car lengths, but boy, as that evaporated. He got a terrible at turn number 2. He's vulnerable in turn 3. Geordie Ray, Jet Hart, 4th is Josh Munn. And still Ray comes after him. Boy, he'll put some pressure on him. Brooke Buckingham is standing tall, trying to fend off. 54 car is your race leader. This time, the white flag will come out. There's 1 to run. Geordie Ray put it to him. Brooke Buckingham knows he's there. Will Geordie throw caution to the wind? He'll try to run the top. Will he run out of space? Because Brooke Buckingham has been superb. The 54 car is in victory lane. Geordie Ray for 2nd. 3rd, Jet Hart, followed by the 44 of Josh Munn. Chad Bell next in line in position number 5. Josh Pockeria and Justin Bowen in a very competitive heat race number 6. Come on, folks, bang your hands together. Brooke Buckingham will take the win in the V54, and that'll be a popular win as well. Geordie Ray was stout. Really challenged hard in the V9, the 98 car of Jet Hart. That is a pleasing result for he. Josh Munn, Chad Bell, that is your 4th and 5th place cars. Brooke, our winners stay infield, enjoying the telecast through Dream Multimedia. So we say thank you to Dean and Angela and everybody involved at the Devlin family for their support as Brooke Buckingham pulls out the GT Recycling. The roadie, great to see Dion supporting so many speedway races and the helmets off. Hands together for Brooke Buckingham, and man, you know that 9 car's quick and you stood tall, Brooke. I really enjoyed that, mate. Stout job. Well done on the win.
Yeah, thanks, mate. First heat race win of the season, so yeah, it's good to get that one done finally.
I actually thought he was going to shuffle you up track down in turn 1 and 2, but you hugged the bottom and you dragged the brake, and you did a brilliant job, mate. You have to be tough in these games because you know the kids are coming.
Yeah, mate. The 500s are brutal. You know, there's so many competitive drivers. It's tough out there, and yeah, to get
You better thank Rhiannon too. She's been a tireless worker and volunteer throughout Speed Week, and she does it because you're here, mate.
Yeah, I think she loves it more than me, to be honest. No, I couldn't do it without her. Without her help, she's the backbone of it all, really. And also got a shout out to the old man. He's here tonight too, helping out. And yeah, I honestly wouldn't be here without their help. So yeah, thanks.
Mate, love it. Well done. Congrats on the win. You thoroughly deserved that, and you earned it. You drove like a boss. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Just want a quick shout out to Brian from Ray Built for sponsoring our Dash for Cash. Also, Blue Ribbon Raceway for putting us on tonight. Yeah, it's good fun track. So
You're a star, mate. Well done.
thank you.
Brooke Buckingham doing an outstanding job. Car was dialed in, Craig. He's pleased with the crew. Let's go. Heat race number 7. Declan Robertson, Brady Argles square off. The Victorian and the Queenslander on the front row. Indy Ray starts the 17 on the inside of Jerome Speed. Max Owen will start the white 58 from position number 5. From 6, I'm going to say it's Baden Elston in the Tasmania. Dean Elston, excuse me, in the Tasmania. And I'll probably get that wrong if you've got a guess. No, it is Dean in Tasmania 35. Caden Iverson, Greg Dunmore is your field. Heat 7 in full swing. Look at Decky work. He and Brady Argles. Come on, Brady. Rip the top. Who will lead lap 1 here in Heat 7? It will be the young Queenslander. Got a hard charging Victorian on his inside. Still Max Owen, Indy Ray from Jerome Speed. That is your top 5. Was critical on that opening lap. And Brady Argles stood tall. He and his dad Greg have been working tirelessly throughout Speed Week. What a bruising season down here in the Victorian region. I know they had a round Speedway, but to do it between father-son is just outstanding. Decky Robinson continues to just be the shadows. He's maybe 4 or 5 car lengths in arrears. 3rd is Max Owen. 4th is Indy Ray. 5th is the Queensland champion Caden Iverson. Followed by Jerome Speed in 6th, Greg Dunmore. And Dean Elston in the Tassie 35 rounds out the field. So Brady Argles trying to rip home a heat race win here in the Dash for Cash. Ray Built. Hear everybody mentioning Brock Ray, and so they should. One of their own supporting the series. And Brady Argles is kicking some butt in this one. Heat 7 in full swing. Robinson in 2nd. Max Owen is closing. Just when Decky looked like he was going after the race lead, Brady Argles has just found another gear. A sizzling run. He'll work back to the main straight. Hasn't got her either, I might add. Preferring to run up track. Look at him just cruise the middle. Decky, Max, followed by Indy and Caden. That is your top 5. Heat 7 in the books to the Queenslander, Brady Argles, and he's fist pumping across the line, and so he should. Super from Brady. He'll be pumped up with that one. Declan Robertson home in position number 2 from Max Owen, Indy Ray, Caden Iverson back to Jerome Speed, Greg Dunmore and Dean Elston. Put your hands together, folks. The young Queenslander, Brady Argles, picks up the win. Comfortably in the end, almost a straightaway, or at least half to 2/3 of a straightaway. I'll talk it up over Declan Robertson, one of the primo competitors here in Victoria in the 72. Max Owen was close in position 3 in the 58. Brady will come to the infield. Great to have Shane here from Rock Solid Promotions. He too, along with Brett Wheeler, doing an amazing job of PR and promotion for the Victorian Formula 500 Association throughout the Preston Road Patterson Formula 500 Speed Week, and again here in the Ray Built Dash for Cash. That might be all we've got time for. We just push him back, will we? Come on, folks, have it up for the Queenslander, Brady Argles. And man, is that a way to reward yourself for a tireless, grueling week. Well done, Brady.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, well, we've been in the Speed Week, but I'm real happy with that heat win, and I can't thank Dad enough, and Ashley, my girlfriend, for coming out, and I just, can't thank them enough.
Brady from a great field, and that must be pleasing. You had a huge advantage at the end.
Yeah, well, I couldn't really tell how far they were behind me, but yeah, the car felt quick, felt really nice out there, and yeah, I'm glad for the win.
Cruise in the middle like a boss. You were gutter. I loved it, mate. Who would you like to thank for an outstanding Heat 7 win?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Slayer Race Engines, PS Custom Homes, Dad obviously for working tirelessly on this car, Lethal for letting me stay at his house all week.
You've been in the pool, right? It's probably green at the moment if I know Lethal.
Yeah, he hasn't. I don't think he's used it for a couple of months, so.
And you should have seen him the last time he did too. I'll show you a picture later, mate.
Yeah, cool, thank you.
Hell of a job, well done, enjoy the night.
Thank you very much.
Brady, it's beautifully turned out. Another of the Jetco powered Formula 500s in the field. PS Custom Homes on board, top line titanium. Big day to those guys. Back home in Queensland. No doubt tuning in on our Dream Multimedia free stream from Blue Ribbon Raceway tonight for the opening round of the Dash for Formula Wingless sprints are on the program as well. Summer Slam. Jack Nolan will start the Hewitt and Whitty iconic events. Number 27 from pole position, the Sync Industries V95 of Dale Sinclair alongside the USA 12, Alex Panella. He's already picked up a heat race win. Could he go back to back in the USA 12 from position number 3? Steve Malone will start the Victoria 2 from position number 4. Parker Johnson on the inside of row 3 from P5. Lauren Bowen in the Victoria 21 will start number 6. Bailey Leeson and Liam Russell in the Gibb Trans 55. Time to turn them loose. This is the 8th and final heat race here this evening. 500s and the Ray-Built Dash for Cash. Parker Johnson trying to hustle the 10 car up the inside. Boy, Panella got boxed in, but he rockets his way. Well, it looked like he was going to rocket his way up the inside of Jack Nolan, and then just hanging tough. Hit Parker. Parker Johnson's a rocket ship in the 10 car. Oh, he just lost a little bit of ground there to Jack Nolan. Your leader, meanwhile, is Dale Sinclair. Dale's out of there. Really cool to see Dale's dad, Mac, swinging the spanners. And I dare to dream how long Mac Sinclair has been doing this sport for. Jack just slips out of the groove. That gives up second. Alex on by. The Americans into P2. So Alex, Parker Johnson in. Liam Russell from Steve Malone. Bailey Leeson is hauling. Lauren, little off song in the 20. Pick up your race. He's halfway home. Dale Sinclair, just a solid competitor. The Sync Industries number 95, top 10 in the most recent Preston Rowe Patterson 100 Speed Week series. So he's one of the best we've got here in Victoria, and he proved that over a grueling 5 rounds. He's got them by 2/3 of a straightaway in this one from Alex Panella, who's looking to continue a very good night. A win. Jack Nolan. Parker Johnson, his magic form is under pressure here as Liam Russell has taken 6 laps to reel him in. He'll work on him yet more down in turn number 1 and 2 as your leader. Motors into turn 3. This time he'll get the white flag. Heat race number 8, our final qualifying heat of the evening for the Ray-Built Formula 500 for cash here at Horsham's Blue Ribbon Raceway. Has 1 lap to run. Dale Sinclair has been superb. Look at the lead that green and black Sync Industries 95 has got. He'll take a yellow blown around in the 60 over in turn number 2. So he and Parker Johnson maybe. So caught blindsided by that. Certainly didn't see it. We'll just watch with interest. Do we go back a lap? Will it be rerun of the final 2? So cone restart going out on the main straightaway here. Heat race number 8 with 2 to run. We go back to last completed laps. Nice news for Steve Malone. Build Pro number 60. He refires. So just turning the field through the centre. So Parker Johnson was absolutely flying through in the Goulburn 10. Looks like he's climbed out of the cockpit. So tough break for Parker in the 10. Also tough break too for Lauren Bowen. She's the driver of the 21 car that's pulled up. She sounded a little off. And unfortunately she's pulled infield. She actually shut the motor down. Looks like she's refired and will try to rejoin. Brady Argles is looking to head back to the pit area, but I believe that there could be a cone restart, so Brady will need to be careful in trying to position himself right there. So we'll clear the scene in turns 1 and 2. Dale Sinclair had them covered in this one. Had green and black number 95 car. So strong in second. If this does in fact restart, the USA 12, Alex Pinella, already picked up his heat race win. As we said, that was in stark contrast to what his performance throughout Speed Week was. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time on a number of occasions. Jack Nolan has been strong in third in the 27. Liam Russell from the rear of the field, a very potent Gibtrans number 55, been ripping his way forward. Bailey Leeson's been improved with the 52 car as well, continues steep learning curve. It's about how much quality racing you can do here in Victoria. It helps you no end. Just confirming, Dale Sinclair and Alex Pinella have been the 2 quickest cars on track in terms of single lap speed. Liam Russell is 3rd quickest overall, despite Liam sitting in position number 5. So Parker Johnson, pit gate closes, orange cone goes out. Parker Johnson's an interesting one from Canberra. Now I think he's retired from it, but was playing ice hockey on an ice rink in Canberra. It's probably cold enough to sustain that. So a very handy ice hockey player. So we roll out of the back straight away. And Dale Sinclair to lead away the American. Alex Pinella, already a heat race winner of the earlier on this evening. Jack Nolan from Liam Russell. Bailey Leeson and Steve Malone will go minus the one of Lowen and also minus the Goulburn 10 of Parker Johnson. 2 laps to run. The 8th and final qualifying heat tonight. Couple of B mains. Here comes Alex. Had a cheeky little peek at the left rear, but Dale was equal to the task. Drag races him back up into turn number 3. Got 4 car lengths over second place. Similar distance back to Jack Nolan in third, followed by Liam Russell. Bailey Leeson. His dad Al is down here, commonly known as Peg in the industry, and sits a solid P4. So checkers are out. Boy, despite that opening corner challenge, that's all she wrote. Dale Sinclair will take a very strong win. Junior Formula 500s courtesy of Top Gun will now come out for their second race of the night. We'll catch a word with Dale Sinclair. Picks up the win from Alex Pinella, the American, in position number 2, followed by Jack Nolan, strong in P3. Liam Russell from the rear of the field to position number 4, driving the V55, and Bailey Leeson, the South Queensland 52, home position number 5. So we'll wait for Dale to come to the infield. From what I saw too, I'll stand corrected, but much of only he and his dad have been on the team tonight. So Max Sinclair swinging the spanners for the 95 car. Mighty to be able to put that deal through Speed Week, top 10. And what a performance from Dale Sinclair. Strong drive, helmets off, put your hands together for Dale Sinclair, your Heat 8 winner. And is it just you and your dad, mate?
Yep, yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Good job. And a heat race winner here. Amazing, Dale.
Yeah, well, to us, the work we do both back at home, we keep the car going, no F, so that's number 1. And when we can show a little bit of car speed like we did then, that was good.
Who loves it?
It'd have to be him, but only by a nose.
I'm glad, because you're expecting is.
Yeah, we've got our second one on the way in about a month. Means we can't go to Perth and race the Aussie title, but it's better than that.
It is.
I think I'd like to spend the time to thank. I know he's not here, but I think all of us drivers really appreciate what the guys behind the scenes put in. And I know it's hard to come up with some money, and I think we all really appreciate it. And when we're building homes.
Oh yeah, Dale Sinclair doing a ripping job in the Sync Industries number 95 as pit gate is open. Parker Johnson will head juniors courtesy of Top Gun Trailers, are on the track, just waiting for Evie Bell in the 69 to make her way to the mix here in heat race number 2. So huge thanks once again. That's the Ray Built Dash for Cash qualifying heat races run and won here tonight at Borderline at Blue Ribbon Raceway. Borderline was a few nights ago. Tomorrow night down to Hastbury Stockfeed Simpson Speedway. So Chevy Muir, Chevette will start the V43 from position number 1. Kai Young will start the Top Gun Trailers. Burson's back New South Wales 38 from position number 2. Maddox will start from position 3. Rowdy Andriana from 4. Zach will start from 5. Rusty next in line. Kobe O'Shannessy in the 60. Dakota Luckett in the V11. Evie Bell and Aston Rodriguez in the V30. Time to go racing. Heat 2. The Stampede Series for Junior Formula 500s and Chevy Muir. Come on, Chevette. Got herself into some bother in the opening heat race. Now is leading them a merry dance down into turn number 3. Rowdy Andriana next in line. Look at Aston Rodriguez ripping the top in the 30. Deep in the field, 3 wide. Zach Stevens in the middle. Dakota Luckett up the inside in the Victoria 11. Maddox Gibbs right ahead of Aston in the 30 now. Boy, it's tight further back in the field. Chevy Muir, your leader. Rowdy Andriana in second in that green and black. Andriana's Tractor Services number 78. Good side-by-side battle. Kai Young and Rusty Ponting. These kids are aged between 12 and 16 years of age. And ripping the top on turn number 3. That was Rusty. Go you, good thing. Quality drive from Rusty Ponting to be top 3. Driving the Victoria 20. Then it's Kai Young, Aston Rodriguez from the rear. Ooh, Maddox Gibbs, Dakota Luckett get together. Zach Stevens way out in turn number 2 in the 53 car. Still Chevy Muir. She's halfway home. Rowdy Andriana is in hot pursuit, but nothing doing as Chevette Muir continues to extend the advantage. This is heat race number 2 for the Top Gun Trailers Stampede Series for Junior Formula 500s. Boy, Chevy Muir's been good. Don't throw it away now, sis. She's gone almost half a back straightaway over Rowdy. Continuing to pepper away as that Victoria 20 of Rusty. Ponting's been mighty. There's 2 to run. He's now reeled in the 78, so the battle is on for second. 4th is Aston from the rear. He's been superb. 5th is Kai Young. That's the 38 car in the top 5. Next in line is Dakota Luckett, but still all eyes on this nice battle. 2nd, 3rd and 4th are right there in turn number 1 as the white flag is out. Chevette Muir. She will rip turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat 2 for the Top Gun Trailers Stampede Series will go to Chevy Muir. Great drive, young lady, by half a straightaway over Rusty Ponting, who steals 2nd on the final lap. Great drive from Rusty. Rowdy Andriana. Oh, Rowdy. Chevy was coming in and Rowdy was still wide open. I don't think he's... Checkered flag, maybe. Boy, I hope Chevy's okay. Rowdy's good. It's a little Nerf bar damage. Let's see if the range will work. I think it will. Let's do the heat race win over on the back. It's not the up the heat race win, which is outstanding. Shane will just. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Gavin.
The Wingless
White,
sprints are coming out for the heat race, heat 5 as well. Put your hands together, folks, for Chevy Muir, your heat 2 and the junior over here on the back straight away. Chevy.
Thank you.
Awesome is that? It is amazing. Great job. Who would you like to thank?
I'd love to thank Dad, my brother, CCPH Civil Hire, DRC Auto Electrical Kyneton, Burson's Kyneton, everybody to the track, Hoosier Tyres, and everyone for being here.
Is that the coolest thing you've done? Is that racing career?
Yeah, I reckon it's up there.
Hey, Chef.
I'm 14 years old.
14 years old, junior Formula 500s here in Hall. I know it's, but you've just done a great job. Is that the best thing, best part of your racing career right there?
I reckon it's one of the top 3.
Why do you race Speedway?
I just love the adrenaline and all the speed.
Were you pumped up? Did you know you were so far ahead? You had half a straightaway on a great field.
I didn't know that. I thought they were right behind me.
Well, they certainly were once you slowed down to turn in here. Rowdy had nowhere to go, and it wasn't his fault. He certainly didn't mean that.
I should have done another lap just to soak in the win as well.
You should have done too. The cool thing for me is, I know, let's just move a little bit forward so we don't get run over. Dream Multimedia, give everybody a shout out that might be sitting at home watching.
Yeah, thanks Mum, supporting me. Thanks to Jet and Chase, and thanks to Andrew and Tani.
Hell of a job, Chevette. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Come on, folks, put your hands together for Chevy Muir, your Heat 2 winner in the Junior Formula 500s. Top Gun Trailers Stampede Series round number 2 right here. Car was no fault of anybody's, unfortunately, just getting together on the cool-down lap, and that's an exciting moment for Chevy. Only 14 years of age. Paris, Paul, how good is that? That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Gavin, I am loving the passion coming from the little Chevy there. How good, as you said. And stars of tomorrow shining brightly today, as we like to say when the juniors roll out on the track. And what a star in the making we have there. Turning our attention now to the Wingless sprints. They're coming out for heat race number 5. And it looks like we've got a good grid of 11 cars rolling down the back chute. I think it is the SA75 of Troy Frisbee will start this one from the outside. Just trying to pick up the inside car. I think it's the 59, but I'm not 100% sure. Just 58, possibly Jake Warren. We'll have a look at that. We'll get a visual confirmation on that as they roll around. Not up on our screen at this point in time, but nevertheless, pace car continues to lead them. This is heat race number 5. And for those of you tuned in from around the corner to around the world, on our very, very good Dream Multimedia. We certainly hope you are enjoying the action. And of course, to the people here at the track getting all the action live in front of their naked, steaming eyes. They've certainly had a feast of open wheel racing here right now. Okay, so it'll be Jake Warren. He's starting this one off pole as he rolls down the back chute. Alongside of him is the 75 from Murray Bridge, Troy Frisbee. Okay, joining me up here in the box, Paul Cleveland once again. He's settling himself in to the right of me, and he'll be calling some action as we unfurl. Now, I'm just waiting to find out if the sun is causing an issue. Further back, we'll look at the next row. It'll be the SA81 rolling around there. That'll be Khan Ashton. Great to have Khan there in the wingless. And also right alongside, I do believe it was... can't quite pick it up from where we are. Unfortunately, the sun's streaming right in our face, but we'll pick them up next time around. You can also see out there, though, I do believe it'll be the 87, Dylan Seeley, out there as well. He had a bit of bad luck in his first heat, but it looks rack stacked and packed this time around. Green flags at the ready. Let's have a look as they jump. Jake Warren goes to the front. That's the 58. He leads the charge of the Light Brigade. The 75 of Troy Frisbee right there as well. Khan Ashton in the 81, followed by Bradley McCarthy. That is the top 4, and it is looking awfully busy as we got one go round there, right in the middle of turns 3 and 4. And let's see if he gets that going. And slowly but surely, he's making his way off the track there. And we'll see who that is. Coming out of the sun now, a little bit hard to pick up. It is the 92 of Braden McKay. So, we are red. I didn't see what's going on, but somewhere in turns 2, I think it is, just trying to pick it up across the track now. And could have been the 21 go over if it was. Let's have a look. That's James Wren, I think they are marching out to. And bad luck there for James. James piloting the Concrete Recyclers number 21 here this weekend. And we got our track and safety crew over there now. Paul, did you catch the action? I was actually keeping an eye on the race leader at the time. I did not see it.
No, I didn't actually see that. I just caught the tail end of it and where he ended up. But yeah, certainly a strange spot as we had the car slowing on the straight, and then all of a sudden he went into that corner and straight over he went. So looks like he's okay. He's got out of the car, so that's good news.
Well, let's hope that James Wren is okay. Boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, as he gets out of the car, make some noise. Give him a round of applause. They say come for the racing, stay for the crashes. Well, we don't want to see anyone get hurt, but Speedway crashes certainly a very traditional part of the sport. And let's hope he is okay. Of course, we got our photographers out there. We got Tanya, and I think Shane is here from Rock Solid Productions as well. So I'm sure they would have got a fantastic couple of images out there. And we'll be waiting for those images to pop up across social media in the next few days. Now, speaking of social media, we are live and loud right across the world at the moment, thanks to Dream Multimedia. You can catch them on Facebook, thanks to Dean and Angela Devlin. And go check them out on the thing. I know they are very excited. Very shortly, they will be launching the new Dream Multimedia app. So I believe you'll be able to download that at PlayStation, Play Store, I believe it's called. I'm not tech savvy, but I think that's where you're going to get it. But you can see now the 21 coming back across there. And as I made mention earlier, that is the Concrete Recyclers entry of James Wren. We got Gavin White. I don't know if he's down there on the infield. If he is, we'll try to get him to go across and check out the damage. But if not, we'll have Paul up here with a few extra comments.
Yeah, you mentioned launching before. Just saw the Nitro car out there from the last heat, just before the finish. He was the one that actually rode right up the back and actually launched really high. So great to see the cars out there and no real major damage to that car. But yeah, it's good to see that car back out after certainly a big hit in his last heat.
Yeah, that's right, Paul. That was the V87 you are speaking of, the Nitro entry of Dylan Seeley. And good to see him still out there running around now. He did have a big launch, as you said, in his previous heat race tonight. But we're about to kick back into action this time around as we're going to re-rack, stack and pack the field. The cone is coming out. That will indicate to me we are going to an Indian file restart. And the cars will line up behind the race leader. I believe it'll be Jake Warren, the 58. That's the Black Attack. And he will lead them away. Troy Frisbee will slot into second. The NS26 of Bradley McCarthy from position 3. I think the 81 of Khan Aston will be next, followed by the S20 of Harley Alexander, who hails all the way from the beautiful area of the Barossa Valley there in South Australia. In behind him should be the V93 of Travis Miller. As Paul talked about earlier, Dylan Seeley out there in the Nitro V87. He will start this one next from position 7. Then out of 8 will be Nicholas Ryan in the V7. And right in behind him, the VX92 of Braden McKay. Sadly, we got 2 competitors on the infield now. James Wren, who went over there in turns 1 and 2 and running out of 20-cent pieces earlier in the race, was the local driver aboard the V60, and that, of course, is Stephen Haitley. Okay, all looks in readiness now. We're not too far away. Green flag waves, and we are off and running in this heat race number 5. Let's have a look out in front. Still leading the way, it's the 58 there, Jake Warren, as they work their way through the top end of the track. They're doing a good job. He's opening now a little bit of breathing space between himself and Troy Frisbee in the 75. He's doing a good job, and right in behind him, there is an exciting battle. There's four of them. You could just about throw a Kleenex over the next 4 or 5 cars. Travis Miller, Khan Ashton, Harley Alexander, they're just some in there in the mix. But out in front still, it is Jake Warren. He is doing a good job as he leads this one in the loader racing entry. And Paul, he's coming down the back chute now, but have a look at the battle tucked in for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th.
Yeah, certainly Jake Warren there, way out in the lead, but we have Travis Miller, looks like the 93 just took over 2nd spot from the 75 of Troy Frisbee. So, yeah, certainly starting to reel the leader in too very quickly is Travis Miller. So he didn't take long to get past and start to reel in the leader. But look at the 26 starting to work his way through, Bradley McCarthy. But as you can see, the leader doesn't have it all his own way now. Jake Warren certainly doesn't have it his own way. Travis Miller certainly getting on the back of him now very quickly. So this is going to be a very close 2 laps to go. So keep an eye on the leaders there. It's going to be very tight. We've got 2 laps. This is coming up to the last lap now. So the white flag should be out.
Okay, as the white flag comes out now on their final revolution, it's the VX58 of Jake Warren. He is leading this one, but here comes Travis Miller as they come down the back chute. Miller now asking the question. In fact, he's going to go the long way home. He's right up on the outside as they drag race out of turn 4 to the line. Whoa, let's have a look. It'll be Travis Miller coming home in the 93. Jake Warren, who led that one for all and sundry, just got pipped at the post there for 2nd. And Bradley McCarthy rounding out the top 3. Further back was our front row starter in Troy Frisbee aboard the S75. Nicholas Ryan was next in 5th. That's the V7.